Hey, it's Alex. We're going to do another Soothsaying. It's going to be Soothsaying November 20th, 2019. I know there's means for guides are advocating for the earth-based Soothsaying that means for Gosling in regards to November 20th, 2019 to be displayed by means for Gosling and Movie Gosling. Reversed the Hermit. So maybe a situation that's unfolding, that's being uncovered. It's also maybe someone emerging to a certain degree. But I think, the reversed in this card can also sometimes mean what some people think in regards to the Hermit. I mean, specifically in regards to Rider Waite, the Hermit depicted, he has a light, and it looks like he's venturing forth. So I'm wondering if reversed might be the classic sort of, Hermit at home kind of situation as well too. So situation uncovered, situation not uncovered. It might not have, there we go. We got Nine of Wands. We got the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands. So it says, no, 9 of Wands. Yeah, it's a 9 of Wands. So situation potentially uncovering, and someone waiting, maybe expectantly for it to uncover in a certain manner. You got the 9 of Wands, dude waiting kind of expectantly, maybe expecting some battle as well, or maybe he already had a battle. See, some people look at this like he's expecting a battle. I think maybe he's waiting expectantly. Maybe he's waiting for others from that battle. Maybe he's waiting for. Maybe he already fought. Maybe it's maybe he's waiting for peace. maybe it's like, listen, I already fought. This is the case of this. Maybe he's waiting for others to fight the other 8 staves to a certain degree. I would love to see what those 8 staves are saying. Maybe one card reading per stave or one card per stave. Again, there's spiritual in regards to the card readings that we do down here. So there is like certain spiritual overlap that's even located in this content experience that's depicting different kinds of tarot reading and other kinds too. There's other kinds of soothsaying. Palmistry is some of it, in the physical, but there's other kinds of stuff that we're not necessarily fully aware of. And some of us might be, for some of it. The moon. Okay, so yesterday we had a reading in regards to the moon. And the pillars, the dog, the wolf, and the scorpion sort of spoke in regards, I think, to the moon. Maybe in regards to other things too as well, though. I don't know if it was in regards to the moon, though. I think it was in regards to certain kind of situations. It spoke of compassion, spoke of judgment, of meditation, of water. Yeah, exactly, Alex. So the moon, I think of healing. I think of healing. Maybe that has to do with this dude here, who's expectantly waiting for the other battles to take place, not laughing at all. So maybe there's a healing going on. He looks bandaged up. He looks like there's medical. There's been healing on my end today. Bit of a medical observation situation, spiritually in another dimensional. So maybe that's speaking of that. Maybe speaking of the oceans, speaking of tide, the tides of war, the tides of peace. The moon reminds me of peace, first and foremost, to a certain degree. Very rarely do I feel the moon to be representative in different regards to warfare, but I might be wrong on that. And then we get the Judgment card again. So the wolf. Oh, Alex, I did shuffle. I shuffled. I don't know what to tell you. The wolf and what he spoke of yesterday in regards to judgment coming to forefront again. So maybe a situation that's being uncovered having to do with waiting. Well, no, but when someone waiting for maybe it to be uncovered, maybe it has to do with some of the other sort of emergencies, maybe a waiting for peace. Again, we spoke to the moon. It speaks of peace. It speaks of oceans. It speaks of tide. And then we have a judgment card, maybe a certain kind of judgment regarding, to a certain degree, from that 8 of staves. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 of staves, my bad. 9 of staves. The 9 of staves, well, there is 8 of staves in the background of the depiction with him holding the one, the shepherd. He looks like a shepherd to a certain degree. And that's the case list. We got this whole thing over again. We're going to pull one more card here. And it's the Four of Swords. Again, it speaks of, I think it was, let me consult the book on this one. Vigilance, retreat, solitude, hermit's repose. Hermit's repose. So we speak about the hermit. And he was sort of the querent on this. So it is reversed. It is reversed, but we also did speak that it might classically be interpreted as what some would consider the non-reversed to be. And this is sort of loosely based off of the depiction in regards to this tarot card. You can see the hermit sort of in the cold with a lantern and a stave, holding it closely, almost bowing to the stave to a certain degree. So there is something there. Hermit's repose and vigilance. Vigilance. So a situation that maybe speaks of vigilance, speaks of judgment, speaks of some waiting. I think some are waiting. Again, I looked at it from multiple angles. One has to do with looking at that situation being uncovered, but I think also what maybe that situation pertains. And then healing from the moon, and maybe a certain kind of spurring in regards to healing, because barking at the moon, but the wolf howling at the moon. So the healing is happening, I think, to a certain degree. Yeah, that'd be it. It's going to be Soothsaying for today. Light and setting, that means spirit guides negated. Do what means spirit guides needed in regards to smart communication, etc.